So I've popped out to get a bit of lunch today. I've brought the boss with me. She's going to pay for some food for us. Happy days. Say hi.
Hi.
We have popped out today to Fradden. This is a place called the Penhale Round. It's part of one of those chain pubs. This is a cookhouse and pub, which I think is to do with the Brewers Fair. There's a Premier Inn attached to this place, so I'm guessing they do pretty decent food. We're going to pop in, get a table, see if we can get some lunch, and see what we think of it. Let's go. Well, we got in nice and early, so it's fairly quiet. The first thing I will say, the tables are a little bit on the tacky side. But again, I don't judge sticky tables, mainly because I've been in places before where I've watched them wipe a table, the detergent sticks, so I'm not going to judge on that. However, the menus are a little bit on the dirty side. There's a few stains here and there.
That's kind of disgusting.
They haven't been wiped down for a little while, I'm guessing. It looks pretty decent other than that. Originally, I went to go for a chicken goujon starter. Just by luck, they haven't got chicken goujons. It's always the way. Whatever I order, they haven't got something. So I've decided to go for some loaded potato dippers. And what have you gone for?
The garlic mushrooms with a bit of a funny one, barbecue dip.
Okay, be interesting. We'll try that. And just because I'm feeling generous, Mr. Cameraman, I've treated him to some garlic bread today. See if he enjoys that. I've told him to eat quietly. I don't want his crunching ruining the video.
They want you to shut up.
Right, we're going to sit back. I've got my drink. The boss has got her drinks. Good job she's paying. This is going to be an expensive one. We'll get back to you in a bit when the food gets here. We'll see you in a mo. So I was expecting, in my ignorance, that it would be maybe jacket potato skins with bacon and cheese in a sour cream dip. It's chips with spring onion and cheese on the bottom. Okay, I won't judge. It looks okay, but I'm not going to judge. However, it's, as you can see, interesting choice. I think I would have rather had the goujons, but there we go. Right, what you got there? Mushrooms.
Fried, deep fried.
Okay.
Mushrooms.
Okay.
With the barbecue sauce.
Right, we're going to have to dive in and try this.
You're going to have to salt them with the
Obviously, with
dirty
the
salt.
manky salt pot. The one bonus though, the table isn't rocking, which is always a good start. We always get the wobbly table, but not today. Happy days. It's a winner. Garlic bread for the cameraman over there. Mr. Cameraman's tucking in quietly as we've asked him. Good work, my man. Good work.
Check your knife, that means.
Oh, okay.
I'll swap.
Luckily, we're doing a swap with Mr. Cameraman's knife because he's only eating garlic bread today. He's on a diet. Right, here we go. So, basically chips. Well, definitely a low-fat sour cream. Doesn't have a massive amount of flavour. And the chips are, well, they're okay. I suppose they're okay. Let's take a bit of spring onion with that as well. Yeah. I wouldn't rave about it. Well, it's basically potatoes with cheese. Cheesy chips. It's okay. There's not an awful lot of flavour going on.
You need a bit of salt.
I don't know. Bacon. Spot on. Really nice bacon. It's like it's a flame grilled. It's I don't know if you can see there. It's got a nice little bit of burn on the fat. So I do like a bit of char on my meat, which adds to the flavour. Quite tasty. It's a bit on the bland side. The bacon is helping though. What are yours like?
warm.
Okay, that's a good start.
Yeah. Taste the oil.
Right.
So it's quite oily, full of oil.
Okay.
It tastes okay, very bland.
Let me
I'd say.
dive in. Can I dive in?
Do.
Just give one a go.
As soon as you crack it open, you
Oh,
need
yeah.
to try and find the mushroom.
Okay, okay. Right, Mr. Cameraman, can you jump in, please? If you can come in over onto the plate, as you can see, it is quite oily, slightly greasy on the inside. However,
Barbecue sauce works okay with it. I'd have preferred mayo, garlic mayo maybe.
would you like to try the sour cream?
No, it doesn't look very appetizing.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's all right.
It's okay.
It's your bog standard deep fried
Yeah,
mushrooms.
yeah, which you expect. I mean, this is a chain pub, so you expect that
Yeah.
the menu here is the same as it is 20 miles up the road. So the food isn't cooked on the premises, it's reheated on the premises. So you don't expect too much.
No, you can tell it's frozen.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's not particularly flavoursome.
I think the best bit is his garlic bread.
I've got to admit, I am looking at his garlic bread at the moment thinking, I'm going to fight the cameraman.
He's took it. It's gone.
Mr. Cameraman's not having any of it. The look on his face at the moment as he's munching that garlic bread.
No way, fatty, it's mine.
And he's eating it.
The
as
guy's an
well.
absolute legend. Certainly the winner out of the starter is definitely Mr. Cameraman. He's done all right. He's got that little smile on his face.
Yeah.
Just like a little, yeah, and?
I say yours. It looks nice, but you can just tell it's not skins. It's chips with
Oh, it's definitely not skins. There's no skin at all.
not even on the chip.
No, they're skin off fries. I mean, it's just not. It's not an awful lot going on. Even with the spring onion, it's just not doing much. Do you want to try a little bit?
No, thank you.
Would you like a chip, so to speak?
No. No, thank you. I
Yeah.
don't know if I can eat many more of these. They're just too oily. Would you like more?
I'll have a couple. You might have a bit more flavour than this. On a rating point of view, on Google, this has a 4.1 rating. Okay, I've just had a bite of the spring onion. It's the most flavour I've had in my mouth so far. So that's a winner. I am going to have a couple of these just to get a bit of flavour going on. To wipe the grease off because there is quite a lot of grease there. I think it's probably from the cheese, to be honest. The chips aren't particularly greasy. The bacon's not greasy. I think it's the cheese where the oil is resting from. Oh, look at you. She loves her wipes, does the boss. She loves a wet wipe. Hey, that's why I married her. She's practical. I suppose she's fairly good looking as well. Right then, let's have a couple of these just to see what they're like. See if I can get a bit of a.
I can see them going flying.
They will.
Put them on cameraman's plate.
Right, okay. Quite a talent, I think. Really crispy and cooked on the outside, but the mushroom's almost like it's raw. I don't know how you do that, but fair play. We're gonna sit back, wash down the flavour,
If you can.
or lack of, however, and wait for the mains to arrive. Here it is. That's what we get. So I've had a beef and ale pie with gravy and some skin on chips. I don't like peas. Peas they're rated along the same as cucumber for me. It's the devil's food, so I've asked for no peas. But it smells okay. It looks fairly decent. But I think you've got the right idea by salt and peppering the hell out of it before we even
Did you
start.
want that?
Oh, yes, I do.
You want pepper?
Oh, I certainly do.
Found
I
it.
love a bit of pepper. So I'm going to chuck it all over the place because you've got to season it. Say again?
Did you want to wipe your hands afterwards?
It's all right. I'll wipe my feet on the way out. It's all good.
Did they offer us any sauces?
No.
Oh.
Oh, I take it all back. I take it all back. You've got... We have vinegar and we have mayonnaise.
Oh, that's what I wanted.
There we go. Perfect.
I like vinegar on my peas.
They aim to please. There we go. That's what we like. Right then. So I'm going to just cut into this first. Actually looks pretty decent. Okay, if you want to just dive in here, Mr. Cameraman, and just have a look at this. This is beef and ale. So from a gravy point of view, it looks pretty good. Pastry looks fairly decent too. Decent bit of filling in there. Okay. Right, let's give it a try. I'm gonna All right. From a temperature point of view, it's piping hot. It's certainly hotter than the starter was. And the chips are obviously frozen chips, but that's par for the course. And the pie is, again, obviously it's a pre-made, but the pastry is pretty good. It tastes okay. Yeah. You can taste the ale. It's got quite a decent flavour. I was expecting a lot blander than that. That's not bad at all. Now, I'm just going to dip into the gravy before I pour any over or anything. The gravy is, I would guess, just Bisto granules with water there. There's not much in the way of seasoning. It's definitely not cooked in any sort of beef juices or anything like that. But it's a standard gravy. What you got going on?
Obviously gammon. Quite tender, which is nice. The gammon, sometimes you can get it and it's really hard. It's a thick bit of gammon. Don't know if you can see.
Get Mr. Cameraman, get in and have a look at it.
It's real thick bit of gammon. So, yeah, it's nice and tender. Obviously, your bog standard chips. Pineapple egg.
And devil's food.
But yeah, it's nice and tender. So, give it a go and see. Not too salty. Sometimes gammon's really salty. Yeah, it's got quite a bit of gristle in it, which I will cut round. By the time I've finished, I'll probably only have like a tiny little bit of meat. But you get that with gammon.
Is that fat or is that gristle?
The outside obviously is fat. That middle bit is gristle.
Okay.
It's harder. But as you know, each their own. I don't like fat. I don't even like fat on bacon unless it's crispy.
No, you don't.
But
No.
that's everyone's preference, isn't it? So, yeah, it's a standard gammon, egg, pineapple, chips and peas.
Hey, it's a lot better than I was expected. The starter was actually a massive letdown, but this isn't too bad at all. As you can see, there's some decent chunks of meat in there. It's not too bad. And the flavour of the gravy, it's actually pretty decent. Totally agree with you, my man. Totally agree with you.
He wants to go McDonald's next door.
Do you want to try a little bit? See what you think?
Oh man, is there on the knife?
You're fine, I won't judge.
Right, I'll just try and cut me a tiny little bit off it.
Is that what you want?
Yeah. Tasty, yeah. The ale in it.
It's quite nice, isn't it?
Not bad. It'll make up for the mushrooms.
Yeah, to be fair, the lack of flavour in the starter has been more than made up for from this main. It's not bad at all. I'm really quite impressed. Although it's pre-made, reheated, it's full of flavour. You can't really knock it, especially for the price. It's £12, I think, for this. It's not bad.
I was going to say, that's like a bit like this. I've got a choice. I could either had egg or pineapple or one of each. So I went for the one of each. And again, this was 12 quid. So really, for pub grub, the price is not bad.
It's not. I mean, you don't expect massive amounts for what you're paying.
Not nowadays, anyway.
I've paid a lot more for a lot less. I'll put it that way. But yeah, it's actually quite tasty. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no!
Don't feed him.
He's hungry.
Don't snatch either. Guess it's like feeding seagulls. Don't feed the seagulls. Don't feed the cameraman. When we go out together, we have an understanding. He stays away from my food and I throw him a scrap now and again. Don't feed him off your plate. You'll never tame him that way. We had a good thing going, just the two of us, but he's going to be asking you to come out more often, I think. In a minute, he's going to want to start showing his face on camera. We can't have that. He's got a face for radio, I'm afraid. He's just, no. You know, you thought I wasn't too pretty, but honestly, you should see what we've got behind that camera. They really did let themselves down with the starter, but they have redeemed themselves quite a bit with this. This is pretty decent, to be fair. The staff are quite attentive. Oh. See, now at this point, I would normally save Mr. Cameraman a bite at the end, but he's already had a couple of chips. He's not having any more.
And garlic bread.
And garlic bread. That's like being paid double time in his case. Now, that was really decent. Okay. Well, that was me done. I don't think you're going to be too far behind, are you?
No.
We're going to just get this sorted, get food finished. And once we've got done here, we'll pop outside, we'll have a little chat about it. And we'll see you out there. There we are. Food done. I've got to say, after the starter, I really wasn't holding out much hope. I don't know what you were thinking at that point, but it was a bit rough, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But when that main came out, that pie was actually really tasty. So they've redeemed themselves with the main. It was actually quite nice, and for the price, it was pretty good. Price-wise, we paid for... Mr. Cameraman had a Coke. He also had a garlic bread with cheese. I had the potato dippers, chips. with cheese and bacon. You had the garlic and herb mushrooms.
Yeah.
We also had the gammon, which you had.
Yeah.
And my pie. It came to £52, plus the drinks that we had as well. So it wasn't too bad, really, considering what we've eaten. But we could have... we probably could have had a slightly better meal. I don't know what you thought overall.
Yeah, well, it was your standard gammon. It was tender, it was nice.
But a lot of gristle, you reckon?
Yeah, Yeah, I had to leave probably half of it.
Yeah. But overall, I've had worse. I
Yeah.
don't know about you, but I've certainly
have.
had worse.
The starter was definitely the letdown.
The starter was a letdown.
Yeah.
Probably on a mark out of 10, Mr. Cameraman, just for the record, he gave his garlic bread 8.5 out of 10. He was quite impressed with that. I would go certainly no more than a 3 out of 10, or maybe a 4 at a push on the starter. But the main redeemed itself for me. Overall, I'd probably give it a good 7 out of 10. It wasn't that bad by the time I got through the main. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, probably more so though 5 to 6 on the main.
Okay. So, half decent cheap meal. Not somewhere you'd go on a regular basis perhaps, but it was okay. I've certainly had worse. Thanks for watching. Hope it was a decent one for you. Let us know if you come to these sort of places, what you think. If you've got a local one near you that's pretty good, or if you've got a local one near you that's absolutely terrible. Let us know what your thoughts are. Drop a like, give me some comments, subscribe to the channel. Please do. If you subscribe, I might bring the boss in for another one at some point. We're going to get out of here.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Have yourselves a great day. We'll see you soon. Take care, people.